Hi everyone and welcome. Today I am very happy to bring to you a very special unboxing. This is the Star Wars Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi Force Spirit, and this is an exclusive only to Walgreens stores. I was very lucky to find this guy in the store, and I'm very proud to be able to bring this guy to you as an unboxing and go over it and to tell you what is in store with this new figure. Now, the display of this figure is very nice. As you can see, it has an illustration here of Obi-Wan Kenobi in a very light blue scheme, and it's really nice. I'm not sure if you can see it front, but the look of Obi-Wan looks like he's glowing when the light hits it, like just right. It looks so cool. And as you can see on the side of Obi right here, you have Obi-Wan Kenobi Force Spirit, and the side of it you also just have this blue side panel which just says Obi-Wan Kenobi Force Spirit. The back of the packaging has Obi-Wan Kenobi's face, also in the same blue scheme, with a little bio that says, "A legendary Jedi Master, Obi-Wan Kenobi was a noble man and a gifted in the ways of the Force. He trained Anakin Skywalker, served as a general in the Republic Army during the Clone Wars, and guided Luke Skywalker as a mentor." Now, before I open this figure up, I wanted to mention something interesting that or a question that was brought up to me by one of the Walgreens employees, and they were asking me how do they know that this was an exclusive. Now, a lot of the figures, when you buy them, they will always have on the side panel right here a number. Now, this one doesn't have a number, and a lot of the exclusive figures from Star Wars have been coming out with just basically a description of the figure without a number. So that's how you find out whether or not this figure is an exclusive to a store or to a website or whatsoever. But that's just a little neat tip you might want to know, just in case you're looking at a figure and you're not sure if it's an exclusive. If you see a figure without the number on it, grab it, because it's an exclusive. You won't find it somewhere else, or you'll find it on eBay for a much more elevated price. But enough of that. Let's start getting this guy out of package and checking him out. So there's Obi-Wan Kenobi out of the packaging in its clamshell, and basically looks pretty awesome. So let's just get him out of here and take a better look at him. And here is Obi-Wan Kenobi out of its packaging, and I gotta tell you guys, this thing is amazing. Now, it is basically the same figure that we've gotten before. The only difference is it is basically a repaint of that figure. And what they have done here is nothing short of spectacular to create this effect of a Force Spirit Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, Obi-Wan Kenobi doesn't come with any accessories unless you want to count his cloak as an accessory, and the cloak is basically made of this fabric known as tulle, and it is a shiny tulle, which is basically like a purple. To me, it looks like a purple color, but perhaps on the camera it's coming out like more of a blue, but it looks really awesome. Now, what Hasbro has done here is they have created the lower portions of this action figure, particularly from the elbows down and from the waist down, is all made of this translucent plastic. It's very see-through. It's sort of similar to what I would say a Marvel Legends Iceman figure is, or if not, something in the likes of Doctor Strange, the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange astral plane version of him. It's just a translucent plastic, and the torso and the upper arms and the head is the same pieces of figures, or the same sculpt, the same paint. It's a solid piece of color, and they've just blended the paint. So you can see they've blended the paint to look exactly to that of the upper torso and arms, so it looks like he's coming to life, or he's coming out of the Force to create his self-projected version of him. And it's really nice. The cloak itself just makes it look really cool too. But the thing that I really love the most about this is, I'm not sure if the camera captures it, but I doubt it. But in person, when you see this figure, it's got like this layer of I want to say like a shiny pearlescent blue. It's very faint, but it's all over the figure. It's even on these plastic parts, which gives this illusion of it glowing, like it's just always glowing. So if you were to look at Obi-Wan in the head, oh God, I wish you can see that. His face looks like it's glowing from any angle. So it never looks as though he's not in Force spirit. But this figure is amazing, guys. Now, Obi-Wan Kenobi's articulation is basically the same of his last figure that came out. So he can actually look up, he can look down, his arm can go all the way up, and it can go around. Even with this cloak on, he just completely goes around, which is really nice about it. It's got a single hinged elbow, and he's got a wrist swivel and a hinge. He's got a waist twist, which is kind of stuck on mine a little bit. I'm not sure if that's depending on the ball joint they used in there. Now this is very flexible, so you can basically make his legs go up. You can make it go back a bit. He can go outward a bit, and he has an upper thigh swivel. He's got a double jointed knee. He's got an ankle that goes front, back, and he's got an ankle rocker. So he's got everything from that figure that he had previously, but it feels like this one actually looks so much way better. I mean, it's just better. I'm sorry, this is just a better figure. And it's just so cool because just looking at his legs and his arms for a moment, and it looks so much cool. Let's see if we can take off this for a moment and see how it looks like. As you can see, he looks like he's just emanating from the Force. He's come back to give Luke one more piece of advice, and that is trust the Force, or any other thing, you know. Make sure you eat your vegetables, don't look at the sun directly, and any other thing like that. For height comparison, here is Obi-Wan Kenobi's Force spirit against the last release of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and as they can see, everything is pretty much the same. However, it does seem like this Obi-Wan Kenobi is slightly taller, not too much, but it does look like he's got more height compared to his regular release. And here he is too, another great Jedi Master, Yoda, the 6-inch version of Yoda. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, I'm hoping that Hasbro does the same thing for this figure, what they did with Obi-Wan, and create a Force version of Yoda. He may have only shown up for a few seconds or less than a minute on the Return of the Jedi, but I really think that if Hasbro can do this with Obi-Wan, they can definitely do this with Yoda, and it would just be an amazing figure to have both of these guys in Force spirit watching over the fall of the Empire and seeing Luke try to become the Jedi that he's hoped to be in the future. But this is just amazing, and height-wise, it looks just great. And here is Obi-Wan next to X-Wing fighter pilot Luke. Last but not least, here is Obi-Wan next to the Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. Overall, guys, I say this is a figure that you have to pick up. If you are a collector of the 6-inch line, this is definitely the figure that you want in your collection. It's an exclusive to Walgreens, so you will be able to hopefully find it in the stores. There are hitting stores everywhere across the country right now. I picked this up in California and LA, so it should be available in the Southern California area. And it's just a great figure, guys. I'm really excited and happy to find this. It was one of those things that you just find and you just realize this is just a great figure. At first you're thinking, oh, it's another Obi-Wan figure, but the amount of detail and the amount of paint variation that they did to this, it just tells us that Hasbro is willing to make changes but also make them better and make sure that we have more options for our figure displays. And this is just one of those figures that I'm just gonna be happy having in my display. So overall, guys, I hope this was a interesting video review and unboxing. I hope that you guys are able to find this around, and let me know if you like this video. If you do like it, please push the like button, subscribe if you have any questions, and I will catch you guys later.